go. Hi. Picture, but yes, hello, live. All right, everybody. So wait a minute more for switching. Allergies are insane. Is everyone struggling with allergies? Are in coughing and sneezing? It's awful. It's awful. You don't want to cough. Some people think you have the plague. It's been a weird one, Greta. It's been a very unsettling week. Yeah, we'll talk a little about that. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi. It has been unsettling, my word for it. I really kind of got rocked. Some of the readings really hit me. My own daughter, Daisy, went MIA for a couple of days. I am exhausted. And more of that shit. So, hey, Karen. So we got, hitting close to home, hitting at home right now. Really unpredictable behavior, out of character behavior, dangerous, violent behavior, self-destructive behavior. I had some heartbreaking meetings with young women who misjudged. There's a lot of that this week. I'm not going to lie to you. And not just young women, but in general, people just really. I got to give credit where credit's due. I had a few who met new people and just said, walking away from this, I just doesn't feel right. And thank God that's what the empathy is for. All that empathic talk, I'm an empath. Well, use it to save your own ass, okay? Be an empath for yourself. That's supposed to be working for you. Karen, how bad is the lighting? Because it looks awful from my end. It looks like I'm bright white, like something out of a weird science fiction book. Hey, Miss J. How's the lighting look over here on YouTube? It looks, head is spinning. Yeah, hey, Pamela. So let's talk about what's going on. We have, I think it's 6 planets in retrograde. I'm going to put some of it onto that. And having read Elsa, having read and watched some videos, kind of got a feel for bad behavior. This full moon, however, on the 20th, at I think it's 7:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a lovely moon. It's in Pisces. It's all about acceptance and spiritual growth, and I anticipate it's a good moon to get under. It's a good moon to charge your crystals. It's a good moon to, spend a little time, energy. If you've got any new tools, a new wand, new besom, this is appropriate to go outside, use some blessing oil. If you name your tools, name it, and let it charge under the full moon. It doesn't just be stones that we do that with, okay? Hang on. I'm talking now. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Jen. Hey, Robin. Rosemary. All right. So, take the glasses off. Yeah. So I think the moon's going to be great, but what's leading up to it and what's happening? Because actually, the planets haven't even gone retrograde yet. And so when they do, it does speak to violence. It does speak to duplicity. It does speak to just you can't count on anyone but yourself, in sometimes, and that's how it feels here with this situation right now. A lot of my readings showed that the Hermit, 10 of Wands on top of the Hermit, just so much pressure that you're carrying all by yourself. Just trying to, I don't like to make anyone feel bad, so this is the week's readings. I don't like to make someone think, oh God, she's talking about me, and I don't do that. I don't. This isn't about that. It's about shared experience. And I know misery loves company, but sometimes we also like to know it's not just me. I'm not going crazy. It's not just me. I got to tell you, even right down to people holding on to their dogma, like just attacking online, attacking in person, just coming at people with, things that I don't even think about, like wearing a pentacle or, carrying stones. And people just really mean people, just stupid shit. But going there, like making you scared. Oh, I think so. I think it's a good time to have a ear surgery. Hey, Sha. Yeah, the energy's nice. I'm trying to think when they all go retrograde, but I think it's more into October when the retrograde, all the planets retrograding really, really go at it. So if you do not subscribe to Elsa's blog, it's elsaelsa.com. Subscribe to her blog. If you want to learn more about astrology, and also Alethea, who writes for my newsletter, she puts out a really great blog too. But Elsa's is daily. There's a day, and it's just so much to learn there. So that's something I really do recommend people do. Just subscribe to a blog. Hey, Stacey. So, what else can I tell you? I mean, violence on the streets, the police, the shootings. We're seeing it here in Connecticut, which um, I mean, just it's just not great. You know, not great. I think I told you. I hate to repeat myself, but I forget what I said a couple of weeks ago. But it was like 3 weeks ago when I had a Shelton cop came in the shop to. He lives in Shelton. Actually, New Haven cop came in. Lives in Shelton, and we were talking. And of course, the conversation, you know, just mentioned that things were really getting weird out there. And they were talking amongst themselves, the police officers. I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, like, well, it's just things we've never seen before. I said, like dark things, like shadowy things. He goes, like scurrying. Yeah, yeah. And I've been seeing that too a lot for a while now. We're just driving and you just see something and you're like, was that an opossum? They had wings. What the hell was that on the ground for? What am I seeing over there? You know, just animals don't look like anything we've seen before. It just and they're just shooting through the shadows, you know. Um, but also, he was saying that you know, pulling people over and they're just buck naked driving a car. Never saw it like this before. Just naked. It was a hit and run. The guy gets out and just starts running. He's naked as a jaybird there, you know. And I was telling this to some younger people in the shop, just talking, you know, as we do. And yeah, you know, about this naked thing. And he's like, "Oh my God, I'm an EMS," you know. And yes, we're seeing that too. Yes, pull over, they pull him over, go to the scene, and it's like, holy crap, naked and driving around. I think there's a drug. Someone said tweakers. You get like that. So that was not great. I'm actually going through part of Hartford. Saw my first with Devin driving when I was going to the hospital, and she's like, "Look at that!" And it was like, "That's what they need, like tweakers." And it was just horrible. And you know, when they talk about the zombie apocalypse, I'm like, "Oh my God," because that would make me think zombie, really. So that was kind of sobering and scary. Oh, wow. Yeah, Heidi. New York City waitress hostess got punched by three Texas women for asking about their vaccine status. People are angry and they're violent. They really are. Um, I love the equinox too, Rob, and I love the changing of the wheel. I love the shift. You know, I enjoy that so much. You know, that's the nice thing about being part of a nature-based religion. It's you're so tied into that, and I just and I'm always saying that's why Catholics make good witches, you know, because Catholics already work with the altars that change for the seasons and the stole and the altar cloth and the flowers, you know, and the liturgy of the year. It has a cycle. And so when Catholics do come home to their pagan roots, they make great witches and pagans. They really do. And they even understand alchemy, because what's more alchemy than transforming wine and bread into blood and body. Hey, Noreen, how are ya? Yay. Um, so that's it. I don't know what else even add to that. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. And I have had a few come in like with rocks for protection looking, and I'm like, first of all, I always ask, are you safe? And a few of them were like, for now. I'm like, all right. But there's no stone that's going to be a brick and throw it at somebody. You know, there's no, you don't need confidence when you're dealing with a violent person. You need to get out. You need the impetus to self protect and go. And many you say, why do people stay? Well, if there's a child involved, you stay. You know, because the idea of going to custody battles and knowing that someone who's unhinged, who gets that angry, is going to have unsupervised time with a child is enough to make you want to stay. So, and we've talked about that in the past. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Erin. Wow. All right. So, how bad is the light on YouTube? Am I like terribly lit? Because it really is glaring from where. And that's what's going on. I am trying to start coughing my head off. So I think I'm going to go right into readings. It's sad, Shannon. It's really sad. I got to say, this week got me down. This week, I honestly didn't even, I've never been like this before, ever. In 14 years of business. I do the $5 quick readings, and I do readings. I'm always doing readings after 4 hours, after hours. But honestly, I could put this down for a while. I was just done. I'll be glad for Monday, Tuesday. I'm keeping my Mondays and Tuesdays clear. I'm not doing readings. I'm really trying to do that whole self-care thing and get out in my garden, which is part of why I'm sounding like this, because I was out there this morning. But just get outside and not deal with it for a while. Taking a break. Erin, yeah. Week, Pamela's saying. Stacy's terrible week. Yeah, it was a tough one. And people just were so happy to go there. And Erin, it must have been awful at the animal hospital. So I could imagine. Oh my gosh, you gotta self-protect. I've been sending out my sage salt bath and warding papers like crazy. Take a salt bath. What do I take a salt bath? And you take a salt bath, a spiritual bath differently. You take your shower, wash your hair, clean up, put the water out, clean the tub, clean the shower area, and then fill up your tub. You want to put I have 2 cups of salt. I like it salty. And I always say you can use a cap full of ammonia from a bottle you haven't used for any cleaning, a brand new bottle just for magic. Because our magical tools we don't use for the mundane. So within your cabinet with your magical supplies, a capful of ammonia in there. Get in the water, soak, submerge yourself 3 times, relax. And then when you let the water out of the tub, you stay in the tub until it's all drained off, and you just visualize that sticky, heavy energy. And then when you get out, it's still warm enough. If you can air dry, that's great. Just towel your hair off, air dry, and that salt is just great. It's a great shield. It feels good. I also say keep ocean water, seawater in your refrigerator if you have access to the ocean. Keep it in the fridge and spritz your face, spritz your hair. It just, nothing refreshes better than salt water. Nothing makes you feel better, lighter, cleaner. I'm so sorry. I want to see what a lot of death. Yeah, that's the other thing. Animals and people. And fast. Just going fast. And a lot of people announcing their stage 4. Yeah. Well, McDonald. I didn't even know he was sick. And if there's a dignified way to go, no one knew, I don't think, except his very closest family and friends. But I mean, just like, wow, oh my God, and then they're gone. So if there are people you're close to and you love, this is the time to let them know you care about them and spend some time, because it's accelerating. Everything's. I kept thinking we were in October. I don't know what it was with me, but different times during the week I kept thinking, oh, it's October. Yes, it's October 17th. No, it's September. It's already gone. This year has flown by, but. I have my moments too, Noreen, trust me. But if I could just get to bed, I don't know what it is with me. I have to. I only need 5 hours of sleep. Even no matter what I do, I'm up in 5 hours. And, that's what I need. But I need to get in bed by 10, 11 o'clock. And if I have to get before, that's fine. But going to bed at 2 and getting up at 6, I'm up at 6 every day. It ain't working too good for me. And it's not good for my heart. I have to get more sleep and more rest. So that is my lack of self-discipline there. All right, get upstairs, make dinner, clean up, check emails, take my own shower, get ready for bed. It's 1, 2 o'clock every night. Anyways, I'm shuffling cards. Let's throw some cards while I still don't sound too terrible. I'm not coughing my head off yet. And as usual, I'm going to start with Aries. Again, these are short-term readings. They're not meant to go out months and months. They're what's going on right now. For anyone who's new out there, it's a 6-card spread. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a triangle. First card is the situation. The second 2 cards are what's immediately affecting the situation. And the last 3 cards are the outcome. Short-term outcome, short-term readings. All right? Of course, and I always say this, not every Capricorn is dealing with a relationship issue. Ask yourself if there's someone in your life that is dealing with that, and it might be something for them, someone that you're close to, one of your kids or your best friend. It could be a message you meant to bring back to them. That happens in my own readings, my own private readings. And I said that, I'll be sitting across from somebody and, divorce and this, oh, no, it's not me, but that is my daughter. Well, what were you thinking about when you sat down? What were you thinking when I was shuffling? My daughter. Okay, there you go. So, anywho. Alrighty. I am feeling better, thank you. Slow going. But feeling better. All right. So anyway, let's start with Aries. All right. And for those of you who read tarot, I'm telling you what I'm seeing, the cards, so you can lay them out yourself and look how how do you translate, how do you read these cards? So for Aries, I'm seeing the Knight of Coins. So it's about money and money coming in. 4 of Wands reversed, 7 of Coins. Now, really, that's about 7 of Coins is how do I make money? How do I bring more money in? And the 4 of Wands, is not celebrating. So it's like this idea of how do I do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to bring more money in? Need more money. Queen of Swords reversed, 10 of Wands, and Death. Ooh, well, at the very least, the Queen of Swords, who is not bringing out your best side there, Aries. This is not a good color on you at times. Aries is impatient. Aries is an impatient sign. I want it now. I need it now. And especially with magic, when they come in the store sometimes, it's like, oh my God, how quick does this spell work? Well, we're calling it. It's not happening yet. I'm like, it's been 3 days. Calm down. But a lot of pressure and a lot of change. The Queen of Swords reversed, the 10 of Wands, and the Death card. So let's ask ourselves what's going to change. I'm going to throw another card. Queen of Cups. Well, your attitude, I guess. I think it's a kinder, gentler. You catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Aries, that's the truth. I'm sorry. Pisces, it comes easier for some of us, but you can beat some of them and prove that you're great, or you can kind of let them find out you're great. Just and I'm just seeing your softer side, Aries. I'm seeing you because you are nurturing and you are kind and you always want to help. Aries always wants to help. They always run in. They're the first ones with their hands up to volunteer. They're the sole first responders. Aries goes where angels fear to tread. They're wonderful, loyal friends. Don't ever lie to an Aries. Don't ever lie to a Scorpio. That's how you lose them. Can't tolerate it. They won't tolerate it. You can't lie to them. Okay, I'm looking here. No, Michelle, listen, you paid your dues. Virgos paid their dues. I'm going to say most Virgos that I know are really coming to their own, but you guys were getting shit hammered for months and months and months. Oh, Shannon. Oh, so sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, it's Hermit is good. The idea of taking a step back and But that's really not Aries nature. Aries can talk their shit about wanting to be an introvert. You are liars. You are lying to yourself. I'm sorry. Aries needs people. They can be, they're hurt and they get angry and they do that hermit crab thing, like almost like a crank cancer in a way. But well, they use swords and knives instead of the cloth there. But you're just bullshitting yourselves, Aries. I've my dad was an Aries, and he would talk the talk, and then the next thing you know, he's in a committee or he's helping someone build something, or someone needed help, and there he was. So I want to say that kinder, gentler side of your personality, and it is there. I've seen it on every one of my Aries friends. All of you, I know. Aaron, I've seen you nurture your little dogs there, and how much you care. Just Aries is all heart, and that's why they get hurt so badly. And in time, that can make them bitter. But you need to not be bitter. And I'm seeing that. I'm seeing the focus on money, focus on how to make money, new ways of making money, but with a little different attitude. Nellie, what are you doing? Come here, Nellie. Nellie. Why every time? All right, Taurus. Yeah, cancers do. Cancers do have it. There's no doubt. All right. Hey, Nellie, stop. Come on now. Come here. Come here. Not even going to listen. She's getting old. Dachshund is getting old. We're blind. All right, Taurus, we see the world reversed. We see the Seven of Wands. We see the Nine of Cups reversed. The Four of Cups, Strength, High Priestess reversed. Whenever I see the High Priestess reversed, to me it always says think logically, not emotionally. It's time for logic and science and reason, and not so much intuition, and that's okay because Taurus is usually good with that. World reversed, everything's changing. Everything's changing. I'm not sure it's changing in the ways you want entirely. Seven of Wands, school, education. Maybe someone's thinking about dropping out. Maybe somebody is not happy with their major. Maybe somebody is, not sure if they're going to go back to school. A lot of that, boy. The card, I'm trying to think what card it is. It just speaks to, oh, God, the Hermit reversed. Am I wasting my time? Hermit upright is delayed gratification, but it reverses like wasting my time. The Four of Cups, Strength, High Priestess reversed. You're not sure what you want, Taurus, and that's, I guess, true for a lot of us. These cards with Strength and the High Priestess, it's just like fake it till you make it kind of thing. Okay, stop, guys. Why? Hey, this isn't the time. And yet there they go. All right. With there one more card, just for a little clarity. Ten of Coins reversed. Again, it goes back to home. It goes back to security. It goes back to real estate. I think the idea of investing in the home. I'm not sure it's the time right now. I still don't think it's time yet. Give it a little bit longer. There's going to be a lot of houses coming on the market all over this country real soon. It's already starting. It's going to flood the market really fast. Wait and see. But I think Taurus is anxious for things to change, and they can't change any faster than they can change. They just can't. And Taurus is actually a patient sign, and yet it's just waited a long time for this. It looks like, Or you could look at these cards and say it's all this time waiting for what? All that time spent for what? And of course, that would go back to the education component. That would go back to the, maybe waiting to do work on the house. The point is like, why do it now? We're going to sell the house and move. Why do it now? All right. But this idea for Taurus of thinking logically, not emotionally. Okay. All right. Gemini. Gemini. Wow, well, the Two of Cups. I'm sorry, the Three of Cups, excuse me. The Hierophant. Temperance reversed. Nine of Wands. Eight of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Well, a lot of contradictions here with these 6 cards. Let's try and sort it out. Next sign, Peggy. Next one. So we're on Gemini right now. With Gemini, I want to say it looks as though the relationship is good. There's reason to celebrate. Things are solid and secure. And yet, 9 of Wands, Gemini is ready for the next adventure, the next step, the next thing, the next move forward. And it's just not happening. It is this idea of moving past things that weren't working, and you still can't get past it. If you were hurt, if you were injured, maybe you're anxious to get back to work. It's just not happening as fast as it needs to for you. It's going to happen. The Wheel of Fortune has things moving forward, but not that it's like being stuck in the snow. Only instead of getting a push out of the snow, you got to wait for it to melt. You got to wait for spring, or you got to wait before you got to move that vehicle out of the snow, snowbank, ice, whatever. Yeah. It's frustrating for Gemini because, like Aries, Gemini wants to move. Gemini wants it to happen. One more card. Yeah, there it is. Judgment. Whatever you're waiting on, it's going to happen. It's just happening much slower, much longer. If you're waiting to find out about, I don't know, Social Security, if you're waiting to find out about a settlement, if you're waiting to find out about, when you go back to work, if you're waiting to find out about school, if you're going to go, it's all past wait. Very frustrating, but it's going to happen. All right. Nellie, come on, stop. You don't do that until I'm either on the phone or doing the videos. All right, Cancer. And Peggy, how are you feeling? You feel scared. All right. Anyway, because that has been a thing, health scares and health, getting. I've got Pluto going through my 6th house, and so I knew if this year doesn't kill me, it's gonna be a miracle. Actually, I'll probably be another 5 years dealing with this stuff. It's Pluto going through your 12th house, Pluto can go through your 6th house. There's just certain houses where you're gonna suffer loss, and you're gonna fix it, or you're just gonna be doomed. It's not good. And that's what Pluto does. Pluto is the wrecking ball. Okay, now fix it. All right, so let's talk about Cancer. We have the Chariot reversed. Again, more stuck in place. Ace of Wands, 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords, Queen of Wands reversed, 8 of Coins. Well, not that different than Gemini. Again, Cancer's feeling the crunch, feeling like I want to go, want to do, and there's the Chariot in reverse. You're not going anywhere. Sharply curtailed activity. Ace of Wands, you're supported. You've got supports. You've got people who care about you. 8 of Cups makes me wonder about a relocation, a move, a trip. Where if you can't make the big dramatic move you want to make, or if you can't move forward, sometimes just taking a weekend away and just getting away from it. Just keep your phone off and go change your mind a little bit. That can help. 5 of Swords is seeking professional help, getting professional help, doctors, lawyers, whatever. Human resources, if you go with a work issue. For you, I don't see you stuck in this as long as I saw Gemini stuck. This looks like, stuck for the moment. Queen of Wands reversed, 8 of Coins. That has you motivated by work, enjoying work. Actually, working would be a little too hard. Don't go back down that road if you're, supposed to be taking it easy. One more card here. King of Swords reversed. Well, you might have somebody who's really giving you a hard time in terms of take care of yourself. Maybe dealing with somebody who's tired of of the bullshit. And it's like, okay, like go to bed. Okay, well, eat different. Well, okay, well, then don't buy that. Well, that sort of thing. It looks like you've got somebody here who's being very militant about things, you know? And I think it feels like it's not out of being mean, it feels like it's more out of concern. Like you complain about being overweight. Well, why do I see Hostess cupcakes on the counter? That kind of thing. You complain about, not going to bed, and yet here you are, it's 1 o'clock and you're playing on your phone. Aw. Okay, good, Peggy. There you go. All right. Good. All right. For you. It's stuck, but it's moving. It's coming on. Hey, Kathy. Hola. All right. YouTube, how you doing out there? Okay, Leo. Leo. Well, the Hangman, the Fool, the Five of Coins, the Emperor, Seven of Swords, Hermit reverse. Well, Leo, sadly, is one of those signs that often are subject to gossip. Scorpio is another. Scorpio women know what I'm talking about. Leo women too, though. They get a lot of negative attention. Here I'm looking at Leo dealing with an unsavory situation with energy, and I'm here for the long haul. You might be the new kid on the block, wherever you are. You might be the new one in, and I'm going to say it's work related, the Emperor. But this idea of either gossip, talk, not being in there and in the thick of it right now, kind of having to stand to yourself, kind of break away and be okay. I'm not part of that. I get the feeling like this is something you'd walk away from if you could, but you need the money. Leo, I think maybe there's aspects of it that's like, just like it looks like shitty coworkers, frankly. Could it be family? Yeah, I guess it could be the father's family, but I don't know. There's a financial component, so and it really is. I'm only doing this because I need the money. And I don't. Leo is an optimist. Fire signs usually are. Um, I'm gonna wait and pay my dues, and I'm gonna move forward. But there is some shit in the way here. And just a little more card for clarity. Two of Wands reverse, not feeling supported. I think you started something with a great energy, a great spirit, got involved, and it was like shit. No one's. The foxes are running the hen house. There's no one here taking care of the situation. No good management style. No good. Again, not being supported. So that's an issue. Hey, Steve. Good night, Peggy. Take care. Get some rest. All right. But I don't see you quitting, Leo. I think you'll just keep showing up. If anything, you'll be more flamboyant. You'll be more in your face. You'll be, that bothers you. Well, now you really got to show. I mean, that Leo is capable of that. Absolutely. Heavy drama. Go ahead. You'd rather not, but if you're gonna. All right. So Virgo, Eight of Wands, career directed. Ace of Cups. Oh, there's love. Four of Coins reversed. Making good money, it looks like. You know what you want to do. I love that. Justice, signing contracts. Seven of Cups. Nine of Swords reversed. Six of Swords. The idea of a move. That's the next thing I'm seeing for this idea of, well, now when and how, and that's the next big question, So I'm going to say, not anxiety, but it's more like, where do I want to go? It's like all these things are in place. Now, where do I want to go? Where do I want to live? And yeah, it's been good, Steve. All right, not a bad thing. That's the worst of it. And there's no, everything's in place. It's just those ducks lined up. But I think the next big thing is going to be move. You know, I don't see it necessarily being a farm move. I'm not sure it's a relocation, but it looks like it's, but good. Good for you, Rick. All right, Libra. Oh, yeah. The Tower reversed. Ace of Coins, the Six of Cups, the Three of Coins, the Page of Coins, and the Magician. Not doing this anymore. I'm not dealing with it anymore. I gotta say, it's not hurting you. It's not hurting you. There's the Ace of Coins, great card. Looks like there's some travel going on here. This Three of Coins is celebrating your financial success. People will appreciate you. More news of money coming in. The Magician, you're great at what you do. I think I'm taking a little break, a little vacation being planned here. There could be some training that's missing. There could be some educational component here in terms of you getting that, promotion, that next big thing. I'm going to say there might be some education. And it doesn't have to be a college degree. It could be just a certificate program or, something like that. But it's there. But man, everything else is lining up for success. Everything else is lining up for success. Money coming in. It's just, you put yourself in the very best position you can, Libra. You're already respected, but being proactive, taking a class where you see that's where it's going. And once you're good at what you do, you can see what the trends are. And there's something that's a trend that you need to jump on and learn about. All right? Don't get left. You want to be on the cutting edge of those changes, not in the back end of them. The money's all up front, so the no guts, no glory, but it's all in the front there. You got to run to the front lines of situations. But you will. Great at what you do, Usually Libras have excellent timing. And they're just nice people. God, they're so nice. I love Libras. All right, Scorpio. Amazing I don't drink. It really is. All right, the Four of Swords reversed. Well, no one's resting. No one's getting to relax. There's no the Sun reversed. Moon. Five of Cups reversed. Lovers. The Ten of Cups. I want to say there's a situation that could be involving mental health issues. It could be it could be related to addiction issues. That's the Moon in the position that it's in, and the Sun reverse. It's just this isn't going to change. This isn't going to change. Four of Swords reverse is constant anxiety around this situation, and yet you're moving on and partnering with people or the person who loves you the most. Ten of Cups, happy in the home. It looks like it's an outside influence, but it's really causing you a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of readings this week, again with the violence, with the addiction, all that stuff. But it was someone's best friend, someone's sister. A lot of self-harm going on. I didn't even talk about that, but if you've got kids that cut, watch your kids cutting and the self-destructive behaviors. So I'm just going to say there's something going on, and basically imagine when they just pull up the drawbridge and they put the big log there and no one's coming in. We're done. We're safe here. And that's what I'm getting a sense with Scorpio. It's like we're safe here. We can't keep everybody safe, but we're safe. All right? All right, Sagittarius. Okay. All right. All right. Sagittarius, I see the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands reversed, the Six of Coins reversed, the Devil, the King of Coins reversed, and the Ace of Swords. I mean, this just screams trouble in the workplace. You know what I'm saying? It really does. It's just trouble in the workplace. It looks like you do have someone who is either a sponsor or a boon or somebody who's, there for you, a person like who's got your back. But you've got all this other shit going on, a lot of work, not getting paid for all the work you're doing, working overtime. the Devil, the King of Coins reversed, Ace of Swords. I almost get the feeling like your employer wants you to chase. Yeah, and by the way, relationship is fine. Okay, this isn't about relationship. This is about work for Sag. Somebody that's very greedy, very selfish. You're more than capable of handling them, Sag. Mostly just by saying you don't care. Most of these people are narcissistic qualities, or that's how you shut them down. I don't care. Because once they have an audience, once they don't have a receiver to talk into, all of a sudden now it's different situation. But this is you stepping up, Leo. And Leo, listen to Aries. And also it could be you saying, listen, I need more money for what I'm doing. That idea of someone who's withholding money and selfish. So the card really quick. 6 of Wands. If there's an advancement, you're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to fight for that position, for that advancement, for that. It's not just going to be landed in your lap. That isn't what's going on. Also, to get a positive relationship going on, and you got someone who's really rooting for you, who wants you in that position, who wants you to make that change. But it's the person who signs the check. That's the person you got to get to light a fire to his ass a little bit. All right, Capricorn. So Capricorn, we start off with the Knight of Swords. We see the Two of Swords reversed, the Knight of Cups. Then we have the Empress. We have the 5 of Wands, and we have the 10 of Swords. All right. Yeah, this is Capricorn, and it really sucks. It's like Capricorn takes off a little time to relax, a little playtime, a little downtime, and it's just waiting for you when you get back. Seriously. It's like, did you people do anything? Like trained monkeys could do a better job in my absence. And it's true. And yet you need the time away. It looks like you need the time away with someone you care about, or just your own self, but you need to get away. It's just, and I can see you saying it. I need to get away. I'm going to get away. But you're coming back home to a ridiculous mess. Capricorn, is your mother still working? Is that possible? I guess some of you must have mothers who are working. Very close to her. Or there's reason to be close to her. There's reason to reach out right now. Yeah. Don't just assume that they're doing well. Although it is the Empress upright, I'm not seeing anything awful. But don't just assume when people say, "Oh, I'm fine." Make sure they're fine. If it's your family member, if it's your mother, father, make sure they're fine. Make sure they're eating. Check the fridge. Do that. Do due diligence. All right. Huh. Yeah. Well, just get as much done before you leave as you can. All right. So this is Aquarius. Aquarius, we see the Queen of Coins reversed, the 9 of Coins reversed, the Page of Swords, the King of Wands reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, and the 2 of Coins. Well, if you're with Aquarius, it's like, I'm here for the money. That's where it's at. Working very hard, workaholic, lots of work, and yet, it's weird. It's almost like they pay you well, but you're still not. You're still on that. My grandfather was head of maintenance at Fairleather Steel. He was the one who could fix the machines. He was the one that could do all this stuff. And yet he wore the same clothes as the workers down on the floor. You would have thought he was one of the guys down there, and yet he was. So I'm getting that vibe off of you, Aquarius. It's like, yes, you're a supervisor, but yet you're just one with the crowd. With your crowd, I should say. I don't know if you're looking for another job, Aquarius at this point. I don't know. It doesn't feel that way here. Yeah, I don't think so. I know, you're not going to find a better job right now than what you're doing. Really make sure save money. That the cards are being good. Not for any ominous reason, but save money. All right. For some reason, I get a sense that you're going to need that stash. Okay. And Pisces. Let me just shuffle the cards a little bit. Those extra cards, and I go right through the deck. This is for Pisces. Again, we got a nice full moon in Pisces coming up on the 20th. All right, Pisces, very quickly, what do I see? I'm thinking of my Pisces daughter, Devin, when I look at these cards. Devin, wow, excuse me, Daisy. Poor girl, I never call her by her right name. So, Page of Cups reversed, depression, sadness. Ten of Swords, feeling overwhelmed by your problems. The Tower, more chaos coming in. Ace of Coins, no money coming in. Six of Cups reversed, really stuck in place. No way to move. The Death card. Man, it's falling apart for some of the Pisces out there. Star reversed. You're going through it, Pisces. You are going through it. There's no. Some more card. Two of Coins, juggling money. It really feels like, and I'm gonna say, it could be your own headset. You're not allowing yourself not to be stuck. An example of that, I had a lot of, I had some women come in. Whoa, sorry. Wait, I'm back on there. Okay. Wands reversed. I had mothers coming in with daughters who were trapped in and some bad behavior, not letting them see the grandchildren. And a couple of times they will, she's stuck. No one's stuck. No one is stuck in a bad marriage. There is no slavery in America. You're not stuck. You're not trapped. This is the Middle East where you're, owned by your husband. You're not stuck. You're only as stuck as you want to be. You're only stuck in that bad job. Yes, it maybe can't just leave right at the moment, like I said, if you've got young children. But for a lot of you out there, a lot of Pisces in terms of this reading, it's your own fear that's holding you in place. It's not about anything else. It's the sense of, I don't want to say, it's like when everything is going wrong, it's like you're afraid to make that it's going to be disastrous. It's already not good. And I don't think that's the case. I do think it's time to reevaluate, Pisces. I think it's time to really reevaluate what you're doing, who you're spending your time with, what's going on in your life, what your directions are. There's a strong Virgo element going on here. People are cleaning their closets, they're cleaning up their houses. Yes, it's fall cleaning. I get that, but it's still. I talk to too many people who are compelled to clean and clear right now, and it's the energy. It's just like I can't do anything else, so I guess I will clean the house. Can't do anything else. Yes, I will start cleaning up my basement, my attic, my closet, and that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing, So the idea with Pisces is get unstuck. And I know it's easily said. I get that. But again, take a long, hard look at the situation you're in right now and carefully, planfully, prayerfully make a move. At this point, any move is a good move. I really do want to say that. Anything to get unstuck from this energy from Pisces is a good idea. Right? Change. And I always say that if you really feel like you're stuck with it, go to a different grocery store. Take a different way home from work. Call up friends you haven't seen in a while. Go out for an evening. Just shift the energy somehow until it can really move. It just feels like a clogged drain for Pisces right now. It really does. And okay, you get out of your own way, and you gotta plunge that drain. And that is the best analogy I can give for that reading. Okay, plunge the drain. It's not gonna go down by itself. All right. Oh, Barbara, all we can do is laugh, right? Anyways, guys, self-care is the words for the day. And Noreen, thanks for bringing it up. It is true. Self-care is the mantra. Take care of yourself. Meditate. Eat well. Get outside. Take a walk. Hug a tree. Get to the ocean. Walk in the water. Whatever you have to do, turn off your phone, get a book and read. Enjoy yourself a little bit. Go see. I'm seeing a lot of my Pisces friends are going to music venues now. They're just going to concerts, and anywhere there's a venue, that's where they want to be, and that's really cool. I gotta say, and it's not just Pisces. A lot of you are just longing for that community. I always talk about the full moon rituals that we're planning to do, and again, when the mask mandate is fully dropped, we have plans. We are organizing that full moon rituals on the full moon for the community. Lots of space to go there. I had close to 80 actually at my full moon ritual. The last time I did one, my midsummer back in Monroe, the parking lot of this huge circle we did. I have no doubt several hundred will show up to this. But again, I can't be attached to a super spreader. I'm not forgetting this. I can't teach a lot of things I can't do right now. My hands are tied on that. I won't take that on. All right, Shannon, have a great night. Sandra, thank you. You're welcome. Everyone get some rest. Everyone take care. Be kind. Walk away. This could be the energy that you don't do that. Don't tangle horns with crazy people. Don't argue with crazy people. Let it go. Just let it go. It doesn't matter. If it's not hurting you personally, let it fucking go. I heard just so many times, like back when the whole people getting married thing. And I'm thinking, it's affecting. Like, are you personally affected? How does that possibly impact your life? If two men or two women get married, well, how could that possibly? Well, apply that in a bigger scale. All right, apply that in a bigger scale. And right now, the unvax is the big thing, the big theme, and people have to do what they're going to do. It is looking like it's more and more. People are going to be forced to do this, and we'll see how it goes. But you don't have to get involved in an argument. Let them figure it out with their doctors. Let them figure out with mandates. You're not going to change someone's mind, okay? And some of these compelling arguments on Facebook and social media, what are you doing? I fall prey to it too every now and then. I really do. Every now and then, everyone has their thing. And for me, it's, I'm a mystic Christian. I'm like, oh, that's a tough one. That's those my buttons get pushed. Really, it is an oxymoron. Putting two things together that don't belong together. Yes, you can be Christian and you can work magic. Absolutely, you can be a Christian who does witchcraft. And you can be a witch who has Jesus on the altar, Mary on the altar. Absolutely. But when you call yourself a Christian witch, for me, my opinion, I'm doing exactly what I just told you guys not to do, by the way. But it's like being a Jew for Jesus or a black Klansman. Can a black man put on the white robes and say, "Oh, by the way," yeah, you can. It's not going to be really successful. Kind of dumb, and probably might get himself killed. But sure, if you want to, you can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, but it doesn't make it true. I'll leave you one last story. One thing that's happened in the shop is people have come in and I'm talking. Always, I'm very spiritual. I'm like, well, what does that mean exactly? How are you spiritual? What does that mean? What spiritual path are you following? And it's happened a couple of times where someone said, well, I'm a shaman. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Well, where'd you study? Like, oh, no. I'm an intuitive shaman. I'm like, oh, all right. Now, just so you know, shaman cross the veil. Shaman do soul retrievals. It's almost impossible to imagine someone doing that intuitively or instinctively. It just is. Some things require learning. And I said, well, how does that work exactly? Well, first of all, I've always liked American things. Life regression, it turns out, yeah, I was a shaman. And I had a dream that I was a shaman. To know that I am a intuitive shaman, a hereditary shaman. And it takes all my strength not to answer the question, like, me, I'm an electrician. I'm not, I didn't actually go to school for electricity, but I've always loved that story of Ben Franklin and the key and the kite, and I really do like electricity, and it's not so much that I'm trained, but I feel the walls, and I kind of know where the wires are, right? I mean, come on, would you go to an intuitive mechanic? Would you go to an intuitive? No, I mean, no, there's some study involved. We have to stop pretending that we can just call ourselves things with no study, no work, no, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And that's why I've been encouraging you all. This is a great time to study, read, learn. These are uncertain times. It's a great time to get, if you, I don't care what kind of path you follow, read the Gnostic Bible, add to your knowledge base. I have a list of books I recommend at the shop. Read, absolutely practice your magic, practice your, your skills, absolutely, but also know your limits. And excuse me, I'm getting hiccups now. Yeah, think about that, okay, guys? So listen, I will talk to you soon. Everyone behave, everyone get some rest, and talk to you later, okay? Love y'all. Bye.